Well, good afternoon. We are so glad you're here for this celebration of love, and we're going to have a great time getting Rich and Renee hitched. Right? But I need your help. Can you pull out your electronic devices and make sure that they're turned off? Because we don't want any bells ringing, any whistles blowing. If I hear a song playing, I might break out to a dance, and it's not very pretty after that, I can guarantee you. But otherwise, sit back and enjoy this celebration of love. some ring bearers and beautiful flower girls. Well, welcome. We are gathered here today to celebrate one of life's greatest moments, to give recognition to the worth and beauty of love, and to add our best wishes to the words that Renee and Rich have chosen to unite them in marriage. There is no obligation on earth sweeter or more tender than those that you are about to assume. There are no vows more important than those that you are about to make. There are no human institution more important than that of the home that you are about to formally begin. The state of matrimony is based in this deep and visible union of two people in love who seek to find completion in one another, body and soul. I invite you all to feel perfectly free to smile. That means you in the back there, thank you, and enjoy the pleasure and the privilege that we have to witness this wonderful celebration of love. My duty requires me to ask a very important question. Who gives this woman to be married to this man? We do. You practiced hard, man. That was awesome. Well, Rich and Renee, as we worked on the details of this great day, you told me you have a very special group of people here to celebrate with you. And because you're good friends and so many family members, I have an important question to ask each and every one of you in the audience today. Do you as parents, family members, and friends give your blessing and support to Rich and Renee to be joined together in marriage? If so, please respond together with a very warm, "It's about time." It's about time! Awesome. Please be seated. Renee and Rich, I know you really appreciate having your family and friends here to celebrate with you. And some very special people stand here to support you. Your bridesmaids and your groomsmen. Renee, your maid of honor, Melissa, and your maid of honor, Jennifer. And bridesmaids, Jamie, Marie, Brooke, Melissa, Tiffany, Sheila, Amanda, and Lisa. Oh, I took a lot of air out of you. All right. Rich, your best man, Jimmy, and groomsmen, Ben, Andy, Jacob, Doug, Justin, John, Chris, Ricky, Rob, and Ronnie. There we go. Each one is very special to you with very many memories, and I'm sure many more to come. Rich and Renee, you have chosen at this time to light the memorial candle in memory of the loved ones who are no longer with us but live on in our hearts. Renee, you will light a candle in memory of your grandma. And Rich, you will light a candle in memory of your grandpa. You have also chosen to give flowers in honor of each of your mothers present with us today. Renee, to your mother Lori, and Rich, to your mother Shawn. You both express how truly blessed you are to have such wonderful parents. Ladies and gentlemen, we are gathered here today to celebrate the love that Rich and Renee have for each other. But what do we mean by love? Here are some important words for you. To love is to enter a whole new world, a world of togetherness, a world of sharing all that is dearest and deepest within your hearts. To love is to remember and keep alive forever all those unique qualities that drew the two of you together in the beginning. To love is a constant search for new ways to bring each other happiness, to make the most of every moment you share together. To love is to create an oasis of tranquility, a quiet place, apart from others, where you need not to pretend, where you can be yourselves and know within your hearts that you'll be loved and accepted by one another. To love is to greet each day with anticipation, always eager for another opportunity to share new adventures and to gather up new memories together. And to love is to come together from the pathways of your past and then move forward hand in hand along the uncharted roads of your future, ready to risk, to dream, and to dare. And to always believe that all things are possible when you have faith in God and love for each other. Just as two very different threads woven in opposite directions can form a beautiful tapestry, so can your two lives merge together today to form a beautiful marriage. To make your marriage work will take love. Love should be the core of your marriage. Love is the reason you are here. But it will also take trust. To know in your heart you want the very best for each other. It'll take dedication to stay open to one another, to learn and to grow together, even when this is not always easy to do. It'll take faith to always be willing to go forward to tomorrow, never really knowing what tomorrow will bring. And it'll take commitment to hold true to the journey now both pledge to share it together. Rich and Renee, the commitment of marriage is one of the most important decisions you will ever make in your life. The vow of marriage is a pledge of a lifetime of love. You're committed to share all that life has to offer, the good times and the bad, with patience and understanding. For your marriage to remain strong, the trials and tribulations of everyday life must not shake your faith in one another. But beyond the love and respect you share, there must be a strong sense of commitment and loyalty, and a willingness to understand and accept each other's strengths and weaknesses. You must have an openness and a willingness to communicate with each other, to be great friends who really like each other, as well as love each other. Please turn and face each other, holding each other's hands. So, how did their love story begin? He would see her freshman year, and she would come in and get the attendance sheet from his study hall. Now, how many years ago was that? Like 14 years ago. Now, who's counting, right? The very first time he saw her, he said to himself, "That's going to be mine." If she only knew that, right? That won't happen. He faked her out. Good job, Rich. They both thought each other was hot. Not physically, but looking wise. She especially loved his mutton chop sideburns. Too bad he doesn't still have those today. They never really talked to each other that year, just kept staring at one another. However, the next summer at a party at Steve. Steve, you here? Steve? There he is in the back. There, raise his hand. There he goes. All right. They met each other. They exchanged their IM screen names and home phone numbers. Which one is a home phone number anymore, right? They spent some time together over the next few years because they hung out with the same group of friends. But he didn't do anything about it except for an occasional date here and there. Dude, what was wrong with you, man? Finally, the day before her senior year, 3 years later, he asked her to be his girlfriend. And they made it official by making it Facebook. No, MySpace official. She dragged him to all the high school dances that year, which she just absolutely loved being at. Right? Of course, yes. In December of 2004, he took her to his company's Christmas party. After plenty of liquid courage, he said, "I love you. Man, I've been waiting to say that for a long time." And she immediately reciprocated her feelings of love as well. Within a few years, they started talking about getting married, but when the economy crashed, everything got delayed by about 9 years. Yeah, but who's counting? I'm not counting. You're not counting. No. In Rich's mind, he had a plan, and he wanted everything in place. He wanted his apprenticeship to be over. He wanted Renee to be done with school, and that they would have a house. She was very patient through all of this until all their friends who started dating well after them were getting married. They did buy their house in early 2014. As they were looking for things for the house, she would drop him hints that she thought it was time for them to get married. They moved into the house in March. He started making plans to propose to her, but like everything else, it took him a while to get things in place. So finally in August, when it was getting close to their 11th anniversary, he thought that it would be a good time to pop the question. She thought she would give him this one last chance to propose, and if he didn't, no more Mrs. Nice Guy, she would start applying the pressure. The anniversary was on Wednesday, so they decided to wait until Friday to celebrate. She had seen a cat on a rescue website that she really wanted. So he went on Wednesday to look at the cat. But it was the sister of that kitten that grabbed his attention and made the biggest impression on him. So he bought that kitten instead of the one that Renee wanted and brought it home with the ring to his parents' house. At dinner on Friday, he was frequently on his phone texting his mom on the timing of everything. Renee was getting pissed that he was on the phone so much during their romantic dinner. He had worked it out with his parents to have the ring tied to the kitten. When they got home, he went straight to the bathroom to get the kitten and the ring. When he got to the bathroom door, it had accidentally locked on itself. Now he started to panic because they didn't have a key to that door. She gave him a bobby pin, still with no clue of what was going on, except wondering why he was so concerned to get the door open to the bathroom that they never used. In the process of unlocking the door, he stabbed the bobby pin into his thumb, and it started gushing blood everywhere. He is so smooth, man. He is smooth. Finally, after getting the door open, she walked into the bedroom to change. But it was before he was ready with the kitten. So now he was flustered, figuring she saw the kitten and the ring, which fortunately she did not notice obviously. But in his state of panic, he threw the cat at her. Wow. As I said, smooth. She was totally stunned over the cat. And she still didn't see the ring on the cat's neck. Then she turned around and Rich was down on one knee. He said, "Babe, will you marry me?" showing her the ring. She immediately said yes. They had a long embrace, and then they played with the kitten the rest of the night. Keep it down there, boys. Keep it down. So what is it that Renee especially loves and appreciates about Rich? Well, actually, this is the first time they've heard what the other one has written to them. So this is what Renee said to Rich and what she loves about him. She loves that he is her best friend. He's always on her side no matter what, but calls her on her crap. He can always make her laugh, even when she is mad. He cleans the bathroom so she doesn't have to. That's a good thing. He's the most loyal person she has ever known. He is kind and giving. But most of all, she loves that he chose her to spend the rest of his life with. What is it that Rich especially loves and appreciates about Renee? He loves the fact that she is constantly constantly puts others before herself. Not just him, but everybody. He loves how she is always taking care of him, whether it's making dinner, or doing the laundry, or taking care of him when he is sick. He loves how no one can bother her for an hour after she wakes up. Gotta give her space and her coffee. She knows what it takes to calm him down after a stressful day at work, and he is ready to explode. He loves how she uses the smoke detector as a timer for dinner. He loves how she lets the dog steal her entire side of the bed every single night without complaint. He loves how they balance each other with their faults. She has kept him out of trouble for a very long time, and he can't imagine where he would be if she wasn't a part of his life. Everyone needs a rock, and she is his, and he loves her for that. The couple will honeymoon in Jamaica, and I'm going to carry their luggage for them. Yeah, I booked the room right next door. The three of us are going to have a great time in Jamaica. Then they want to have lots of children right away. How about that, Grandma? There we go. Woo-hoo. Yeah. Rich and Renee, I challenge you to love the greatest love there is. Unconditional love. It's easy to love someone who does nice things for you. It's also pretty easy to love someone you respect and admire. But there's something that goes far beyond the words "I love you if" or "I love you because." Unconditional love says to the other person, "I love you anyways, and I will love you always no matter what." Now this is the rarest love of all, and it certainly has the most risk. But no marriage can last without it. It should never be given lightly, but once given, it should never be withdrawn. When we pray the Lord's Prayer, we ask God to forgive us in the same way we forgive others. Rich and Renee, unfortunately, neither of you are perfect. Now, you look absolutely perfect today, but you each will make mistakes. But unconditional love says to the other person, I forgive you, I still love you, and I will stay with you for the rest of our life. Well, Rich and Renee have now chosen to exchange their wedding vows. So, Rich, as you look into the eyes of this beautiful woman, please share these vows and truths with her, repeating each phrase after me. I, Rich, take you, Renee, to be my wife, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, as long as we both shall live. Excellent. Renee, without letting go of this wonderful man, and as you look into his eyes, please share these vows and truths with him, repeating each phrase after me. I, Renee,
take you, Rich,
to be my husband, to have and to hold from this day forward, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, as long as we both shall live.
Well, the bride and groom have provided rings to symbolize these vows. We weren't absolutely sure the rings were going to make it here today, so thanks, Jimmy, for getting me there. Traditionally, the marking of the passage to the status of husband and wife is noted by the exchange of rings. These are powerful statements of love and a seal upon your wedding vows. Let them mark you as husband and wife and wear them with joy. For they are gifts as you are gifts to each other. Remember that tonight and tomorrow and next week and next month, through the decade upon decade of the celebration of life together. They are circular in their shape, a symbol of permanence, completeness, fullness, and wholeness, a symbol of the unbroken circle of love. May these rings always remind you of the vows you just made. So Rich, place this ring on Renee's finger, and then repeat after me.
With this ring, I thee wed, I give it to you, as a symbol of our vows. With all that I am, and all that I have, I give myself to you. Renee, place this ring on Rich's finger, and then repeat after me. Is that good and tight? Good. Anybody got super glue? Because we wanted to seal that thing right on there so that ain't coming off anytime soon. All right, okay. All right, looking at him. With this ring, I thee wed, I give it to you, as a symbol of our vows. With all that I am, and all that I have, I give myself to you.
Family members and friends, you have just witnessed Rich and Renee exchange their vows and their rings. Will you be responsible to help them fulfill their vows? When times are tough and you see one of them wavering, will you come along and help them? Not just with words, but with your life. When anniversaries come up, will you celebrate with them? You're here today because you're important to Rich and Renee, and they invite you to be on this journey with them. If you'll help them stay married and to strengthen their marriage, please respond by saying, I will.
I
will. Renee and Rich, you committed here today to share the rest of your lives with each other together. The unity wine will symbolize this uniting. The couple will now pour their individual wines into the glass. This wine their two wines represent their individual lives as well as their families that are here today. Pouring it in together represents how these two families and their two lives are now becoming one. They'll take a sip of the wine. That was a nice sip right there, wasn't it? Good. Come on back to the middle. Now, the important thing to realize is that they did keep their individual wines in their bottles. They didn't drink all of the wine. Fortunately, I didn't give Rich that opportunity to do that because he would have chugged that too as well. But this represents that they are still individuals. But yet now as the glass, which should still have a little bit of wine in it, represents that they are now one union. This is called the unity wine. Good job, guys. Well, now before I pronounce you husband and wife, I have one more thing that I'd like you to do. This is your wedding day, and it's one that will seem to fly by. It's a day filled with emotions, friends, rings, and dances. Many people here remember how fleeting their own wedding day was as well. So I want you to take a few seconds to stare into each other's eyes. I know, you have to look at her again, isn't that terrible? And think about the happiness that you're feeling right now, at this very moment, in this very place. Let it really register in your heart and your mind. Now I want you to think about your lives 20 years from now. So almost as long as you guys have been dating. So think about that. Where will you be? What will you be doing? We all know that your visions of the future are not identical, but complementary. John Lennon once said, "A dream you dream alone is only a dream. A dream you dream together, that is reality." Let that new reality start now. For Rich and Renee, you have vowed your vows, promised your promises, and exchanged your wedding rings. Therefore, in the presence of God and these witnesses, I now declare you to be husband and wife. What God has joined together, let no one separate. I now invite you both to seal this day with a kiss worthy of this great occasion. Rich, you may kiss your bride. All right, everybody, will you please stand and cheer with me? Because it's my privilege to present to all of you for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Bernardson as they begin new life as husband and wife. Okay, so cocktails and hors d'oeuvres will be served just right outside in the hallway, in the lobby area there. The reception will be over to my right, your left, in about an hour. Thank you and enjoy the rest of your